So much expansion talk, Matt, and much of it a bit ludicrous. But after some of the moves that have been made, we don't know what's ludicrous. And the Big Ten was, rumored by some to be going after USC, Oregon, or that to be inevitable. So Touchdown USC is asking, would USC consider leaving the Pac-12 for more media rights income?
It's an interesting question, Touchdown USC, from the vantage point that, there are realignment rumors and whisperings behind the scenes even now, and the fact that college football did not agree on a long-term playoff plan, did not agree on that 12-team playoff. It leaves things up in the air for 2026, the first year after the current 12-year playoff deal expires, at the end of the 2025 season. So that uncertainty makes questions such as yours legitimate. Like, it is a legitimate uncertainty what the landscape's going to look like starting in 2026. I mean, no one saw Oklahoma and Texas to the SEC. No one saw that coming. That was an ambush move. So again, wondering if USC might wander off to the Big Ten, leave the Pac-12, maybe go independent. All valid questions. So I just want to address that part of your question first. It's a legitimate question just for anyone else who's skeptical about it. But now, having said that, I don't think USC is going to consider leaving the Pac-12. And the main explanation is that I think USC is in love with George Kliavkoff and his leadership, his guidance of the Pac-12. The fact that he has changed the format of the Pac-12 championship game to make sure it's the top two teams and it's not based on divisions anymore, that is just this big bouquet of roses and maybe rose bowls for the Trojans. It's a sign that George Kliavkoff wants to do everything he can to give USC football a bigger platform, to give USC football every chance of succeeding. Like, that is a USC-friendly move. And we did not see USC-friendly moves in 12 years under Larry Scott. Larry Scott was the guy who would have USC play on a Friday night in Pullman at Washington State, 6 days after playing Texas on national television in prime time. Larry Scott set up USC to fail. George Kliavkoff is setting up USC to succeed. So, Kliavkoff is pure gold right now at Heritage Hall in Los Angeles. USC fans love his leadership. They love that he gets it. Finally, a Pac-12 commissioner who gets it and understands that USC football needs to be given every chance of succeeding. So if that's the main reason that USC is not going to consider leaving the Pac-12. Now, last summer, when George Kliavkoff was new on the job, he took over July 1st of 2021. Everyone was waiting, watching, who is this guy? He was an outsider candidate. Very unexpected hire. Didn't know what his leadership style was going to be like. He has checked all the boxes. He's gotten the highest marks. USC fans have a Pac-12 commissioner they can trust. They're not leaving the conference with George Kliavkoff on board.